Yo, boys, how's the quality of the webcam, guys? You see me clearly? Too bright? Laggy? Yeah, it is kind of laggy. Right about that. Like the red shirt is like making me come out fucking orange. They're open? Yeah, market's open, man. What's good, guys? You're here. Appreciate you, bro. I was feeling laggy. I mean, it hasn't said I dropped any frames, so I think it should be good. Honestly, my trading view doesn't feel too smooth, though. Copy train two accounts, nice, bro. No, I'm not sick anymore. I mean, I don't really feel sick anymore. I guess it's possible. Trying to figure out, hey, what the fuck, your beard? What's wrong with my beard, bro? Gotta get a haircut. I'm trying to get. I'm gonna try to get one today. This is what we're rocking with. This is what we're gonna rock with. You can BT with you can, but you'd have to buy a third party trade copier and pay the API fee. So if you haven't gotten paid, I probably wouldn't do that. I'll be trading just the one funded with they're called Pick Profit Trader. Yeah, trading view being the cleanest, but so honestly, I'm a little bit skeptical from this move higher on Nasdaq because dollar index is also moving higher. So I'm pretty neutral on the day, I think. I'm starting to see more help. I think I'm streaming in like 4K or something. Yeah, I did see the ICT lecture. It was okay. Is it lagging for anyone else? No, I mean it's not lagging. It's not necessarily lagging. It's just not that smooth. Not as smooth as I'd like it to be. Anyways, yeah, dollar index is expanding higher, but it could reject here. I think it's possible we do move lower today. It kind of just depends on dollar index. I also don't want to rely too much on dollar today because we may just be choppy. So we have previously high SMT. I don't know if ES wants to get there. Take a quick look at the YM. Similar scenario. YM's actually weak. Yeah, I think I like shorts here. I mean, assuming we get in line with the assuming we get in line with the move. Dollar. I'm bearish. Or neutral. Down to a 50-minute chart on dollar. Stay high on dollar. Keep that open. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to look for shorts going in. Start the day looking for shorts, and we'll have to see what unfolds after. That's the game plan. First day of 2026. We're just gonna trade one singular funded account with Take Profit Trader for those who are asking. So still no live account, still no main fundeds, but I do have a funded account open. So if the model presents itself, all aspects aligned in the trade, we can look for shorts. Get a sell side right here. That would be my main target right here on ES. It's overnight lows. Thank you. Same level. So going into the day, that's my objective. I think it makes sense. We took previous day high, broke down. There's SMT. Dollar index looks to be strong with previous day's high there. So I think even if we're bullish, we can see this run lower towards sell side. So going into the day, that's what we're going to be looking for. If he wants to give us 930 classic model, that would be the best. We just take it, if the market opens, does this, just take that short. That would be the best short. That would be the best trade of the day. So that's the game plan. We're about 60 points away from that. Yeah, simple. That's the game plan. 930 will be plus. It's only gonna be a large premium gap opening. I don't think it'll be as big as you think. Oh no, that's gonna be a really big gap. You're right. There's gonna be a huge org. For shorts to start, it's going to be very solid. So all we got to do is anchor this. Yeah, my stream is lagging. Now it's confirmed to me it's lagging. We got a notification saying high computer load. How's everyone doing though? You guys good? Hey Chico. Okay, worst case, if it gets really laggy, we're just gonna close the TikTok stream, stay on YouTube. So I'm trying to stream in like higher quality now. Seems I can't run two streams and the higher quality stream at the same time. So if anything goes south, we're gonna close the TikTok stream and just stay on YouTube. You gotta get real time data. No, no live account today. January 5th, that's when we start the live account again. And that's when we trade the main funded. But I do have a funded account open. So we'll see if we can take a trade on that. You don't have real market data? You have to pay for real market data on TradingView. Or just get a prop firm account and then they will give it to you for free. I think TradingView is definitely lagging. There's a lot of live. It's not as whack as you think. Like you can't. There's a lot of data feeds out there. It's not just futures. You know, so it's not like they're charging just for futures live data. They're charging. You have to pay for every single aspect of that. You can't trade because yo, even my trading view is lagging. There's no way the candles are printing like this. I can really see the lag. Since I started streaming in OBS, OBS seems to be fine. I recommend Trade Cop. I mean, I don't really recommend any. Trade Sinker, Trade Copier, those are good options. Anyways, we see buy side one more time. Opening range gap. I'll look for shorts. If we get a first presentation here, it'll be first presentation, but whatever. If we get a fair value gap here and inverse it, I would short right away. If no fair value gap, then we just wait patiently. Yeah, no, this is definitely laggy, guys. Pissing me off. What the solution is. If the next candle trades to 50% of this wick, I'll short front running the gap. Assuming this candle closes like up. It had to be the next candle. Because ES is already going down. Live account on Monday. That's when I'll start looking for trades on that account. Just to be clear. This shit is really laggy, man. Not having it. I can't take this short because ES is already at TP almost. ES hits TP there. I could have front run the gap. Yo, this shit is way too laggy. Yo, the candles are not printing smoothly. I don't know. I might have to end the TikTok stream or something. You guys to YouTube. It's not tradable like this. I need it to be clean and smooth. Huge fair value gap in here. I mean, I could maybe enter a short inside that, given we missed the inversion entry. 5R. Sell side, and org 50 is 2.5. Weekly objective is Friday, brother. I don't know if there's any weekly objective. I'm leaning towards shorts. I think this can go all the way back down somewhere here. I would put a sell limit here. Take it as a deferred classic model. Two contracts. It's literally freaking the laggiest shit I've ever. The laggiest shit I've ever seen, guys. I have to record the trade. Anyways, getting short inside first presentation. Looking for a continuation lower. Stop loss at the gap high. Pretty simple trade idea. Looking for org 50. ES really weak. YM weak. Dollar has previous day's high above, so I'm hoping dollar can pull higher. Yeah, that's it. Simple idea. I'm not dropping any frames, but I feel like just the upload speed cannot keep up. Maybe gotta put my bits up or something. I don't know. Yeah. Pretty good reaction so far. 20 bucks just to the sell side. Yo, this could literally be one I hold the entire day. Like genuinely, I genuinely may just hold this the entire day. I think it's possible. I'm not even joking. Like if we get through this and we start really going down, there's a chance that likely gonna be an SMT there though, if I'm being honest. So ES and dog is way further. That looks something like this. Close here. That's my kind of objective for ES, is down there. We're getting a pretty deep move higher. Let's see if we respect that first presentation. Oh, I feel like the P&L is not updating correctly. 40, 80. Okay, only risking 160 on this trade, so I thought I was risking 200, but we're risking 160, so still a little bit de-risked. Normally I risk 200 to 250. Well, that's what I'm allowing myself on this account. If we get a move below here, I would move my stop here. Would I pyramid? No, I don't think I can pyramid. Maybe, we'll see. Made 2K on the eval like all your code, fresh 26. Nice, bro. Congrats. You trading live? Fix your cough's good. I did see IC2's new video, yeah. Who's this PA? I mean, it's only been 8 minutes, bro. Can't really judge much. Yeah, I was hoping for a speedy 930 move. It doesn't look like we're gonna get that. Looks like we're gonna get more of a back and forth. Dollar index is not pivoting higher after sell side. That's what I wanted to see. Um, I like my stop, so I don't want to close the trade early. I think we're just gonna hold on to this one. See, PA stands for past account. Maybe I'm not used to this volatility. There's not much volatility. I don't know. For me, it's not even forming. Like this shit is laggy for me, guys. No, this is just a funded account. No, I'm not trading on that account. This is a funded account. Okay, just to clear up, when people say live account, that means like a personal brokerage, like live capital funds. This is a funded account. So I don't know if that classifies as live for you guys or. All right, stops move to 706.5. I could add a contract here, but there's not that much room to sell side, you know? So I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to stay de-risked and that's it, you know? So risking 120 bucks now. That's around half R. So make sure the stop's at the top of that gap, 705.5. If you want to be aggressive, you can add a contract here on this order block that just formed. I don't want to be aggressive today. Just gonna see what we can do with two contracts. If dollar index took out that low, might be pivoting higher here. We'd have to see speed here. I might take the $100 partial, and I'll tell you why. It's because I want to aim. No, you know what? I'm not taking this partial. If ES is gonna break lower, I think it can go all the way down to N dog. So I think that's about 50% org. It's about the same. There's an hourly gap here at 9.4. Be a draw. We'll just wait. Like honestly, I'm risking $100 or something, so I'm happy to just hold on to this and see what it does. Suspension blocking here. Rotations are so slow. It's honestly like frustrating. I hate it when it's not perfect. Wait, that's not a sus block. I'm a liar. Don't listen to me, guys. We'll see if this fair value gap holds. I'll highlight it yellow. Could move the stop here at 684. Kind of aggressive. I'm thinking about 698. So the block plus OB high, which is 698. So we'll go plus 1.699. So just reducing the risk a little bit more. Risking only 80 bucks now. So very comfortable trade to hold for me. Um, and again, I could add a contract in here. If it was another day and I want to be more aggressive, I'd be clicking sell one. But it's not a day I want to be aggressive. I just want to de-risk. Because if this trade loses, I don't want to lose that much. You know? So depends on how on what you're expecting. You know? Yeah, it looks like we're more gonna be up and down. Unless this candle really finds sensitivity here and pulls back, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get a prolonged price run lower. Because we wouldn't be trading here right now. We would have stopped inside this box. It would have been really quick to go lower. So we may take a small loss. And if we do, the game plan is gonna be pretty unclear. I'll be honest. Like it could go back to buy side. Yeah, maybe buy side. I don't know. It's not clear. It won't be clear. Well, 5 points away from our stop. It already invalidated this fair value gap. We're trading super deep. Looks like we will trade into the rejection block, which is 69775. So our stop is 1 point above that. ES looks a little bit better, but see. So the original narrative for the trade is we're gonna see a quick sell-off, you know. But now that we see this signature in price, it doesn't look like a signature of quick sell-off. So I guess the next thing I would look for, assuming we get stopped, would be like if we take buy side and then break 10 a.m. hour or 9:50 macro short. I would try the short again if that happened, but it also could just be bullish, you know. Okay, there we get stopped out. So small loss. It's good that we didn't pyramid into the trade. If this does go higher, I'm gonna mark out this. That's where I would think it's gonna go. But as of right now, I'm gonna stay neutral. I don't really have a clear. I think it might be like good sideways. Every time I've done your last time on the losing side, we're on a crazy win streak right now. Oh, I have multiple screens. Yeah, dollar still looks bullish, but we'll see. If it's bullish, then I wouldn't expect it to come back down here. Not right now, at least. I mean, it has to take out the high, maybe break down. Maybe you shouldn't have asked for a loss the other day. It's not that big of a deal, guys. This is the 1 minute chart. That was a great loss. That was an $80 loss. That's like pretty much nothing. Main questions. So we'll see. The only way I would short again is if we got this. Take the buy side and break lower. It's not as good of a short as the first one because usually you're gonna see the speed at 930. Now it's like this may be a seek and destroy day. We'll just wait and see what happens. We're gonna take the buy side here. There's gonna be an SMT for a little bit of time. I don't know if it's gonna hold or not. If we do go higher, I think this blue line, I think that's where it's gonna go. Um, if it's bullish, like it might go straight there. So good thing we moved our stop loss here, right? We take out the highs there. Oh, did we never take out high? I thought we took out the highs before, I'll be honest. So yeah, I wouldn't short anything now. So we're just gonna see what this does. We've inversed the first presentation. No, first trade TJF. No, I took a short. TJF. The week has to be one-sided. So I mean, if anything, it would be TGIF long because we went one-sided lower. But we already had TGIF in this move higher. If this is really bullish, it could take out the weekly high. That would be kind of crazy, huh? I mean, you know what? Is Nvidia pumping right now? Because that would be great for me. It is pumping right now. We're at 192. We're almost at 193. Yo, guys, this is great news. It's great news. It's good stuff. This is good stuff. We had a huge down day on Nvidia and then a great up day. Hey, if we want to just go all-time highs, I will not complain. Even if I do switch my bias higher, there's not really going to be a setup here. So why were you? I was not bullish. I thought we were going to take more lower objectives. We could have moved higher after, but like I wasn't thinking. I was leaning towards full sell-off though. No, I was. So had the wrong buy scoring into the day. Or it's gonna break down here. If there was some way to like buy this fair value gap, I would, but it doesn't make sense and it's not really a protraction model. If you want to like really look for something large, that's a trade idea. That's not something I would take because that's a best case scenario target. So if my best case scenario target's all the way up there, it's not really a good trade. Yeah, ES did take out sell side, so I can't be mad. Like technically our target was hit. I just thought Nasdaq would also come back. ES took out our target, so we had the right idea of a move lower on 930. It just wasn't as prolonged as I wanted it to be. This is a tape retrade. I'm not in this trade. What's percent? I don't know. It's 80 bucks. It's like that's like 0 point something. What I'll do is I'll risk about 200 on the next trade, and then if I lose, we're down 1R. We're probably going down now. This is what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, pumping up and then down. I think this may be a buy day, if I'm being honest. Like, I think this could just keep going higher. But we just took out that daily civvy, so I don't know. I'll be honest, it's not clear for me at all. It's not clear at all for me. Because Nvidia is also pumping. Dollar index is not showing strength. So I'm removing that tape read. I don't want to tape read that setup. The question is, what would I have to see to short here? Probably just market structure shift fair value gap, if I'm being honest. If we got a market structure shift fair value gap right now, I would short. It'd have to be something like this. Or a clean 30-second. Yeah, I mean, the breaker on the 15-second would be pretty clean. What do you guys think? 15-second breaker entry? We could take it de-risked. If this next candle just goes boom, I'd actually maybe short that. I don't like the 1 minute closure. Oh wait, 1 minute hasn't closed yet. Do we get a CIST there? It's not as speedy as I would have wanted it to be if it was bearish. But I'm actually thinking about, we could let's enter one contract, and then we can always add more. And worst case, we're wrong. We only lose $100. That's actually quite a bit, if I'm being honest. We're gonna try it again off the CISD, and we're just gonna have to try to pyramid this trade. Now, even if we don't pyramid, full TP is almost $300. So, am I gonna complain about $300? No, I'm not gonna complain about it. The best way for me to reduce my risk would be like, yeah, there's not gonna be an option. Eh? We're gonna have to. There's not really a. It's gonna have to be a protraction model. So we're just gonna stay with the one contract, see what it does. Dollar index may be pivoting higher here, and put the TP at 613. If we're really bearish, this will stay a breakaway. I would not want to see price trade there. Like we will. Too soon. I'd want to see really sensitivity in here. Otherwise, if this inverses, I'll probably just close early. If it's gonna because that's a protraction long. If it inverses, I'll close early. It'll be a small loss, maybe like $40. And if we inverse this fair value gap, I'll move my stop here to 770 and add one. So if let me make that very clear. We get below here, I'll move my stop and add a contract. No speed. See how it's slowing down? I don't like that. If I was in with more contracts, I mean, no, I don't even think I would close. I'd give the narrative a chance. Dollar index is still not really pulling higher. I don't like that. I also don't know. Is my trading view just lagging? Because the way these candles are forming, I feel like I'm just missing out on information. I feel like it's not actually forming. Like, I feel like I'm seeing it delayed. Yeah, I can show the daily city right here. I think I'm just gonna accept the risk. It's only $100. I don't like what I'm seeing here. I was debating potentially just closing break even, but with the one contract, I think it's worth just holding it and seeing if it wants to move lower. Keep marking up the gaps for now. It's just a little bit cleaner. Obviously, this could inverse. I don't want to see it inverse. I don't want to see boom. Whoops. Speed. Yo, there's no way it's actually forming like this, right? Why not put the SL above it? Because it can wick here. If it, I don't want to see it close there. So for me, I don't mind if it wicks to that point. It can do that, right? It can wick through. It's the body that matters. Um, okay, we're gonna move the stop to 792 rejection block. I want to see this go down and move my stop here. 755. Really the top of that fair value gap at 7.5. All right, let's do it. 7.75. So we're kind of choking the trade. I'm gonna go one tick above, 1 point above. Uh, basically demanding at this point in time. So we're only risking 50 bucks now. I'm basically demanding that it moves now. And if it doesn't move now, I think it probably not gonna move, and we'll take a $50 loss. So I'm happy with that $50 loss. So very good risk management today. If it does move, I'd have to see a cleaner protraction model. This is a bad protraction model. Again, this may be no pyramiding. We may just stay with one contract. We'll have to just see. We're not getting really positive feedback. ES is kind of going sideways. Dollar index maybe showing small willingness to move higher, but it's pretty sloppy on dollar. We can take a look at the YM, the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is actually pulling higher, but into a 5-minute SIBI, so it's possible. Dow Jones 15-minute SIBI is forming. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's moving really strong. It looks like it's just going to reverse on Dow Jones and take those equal highs. So there isn't the best intermarket analysis supporting this trade idea. I'll be honest. So not the best intermarket analysis supporting this trade idea. YM is pulling higher. Dollar index is at a pivotal point. So we're just gonna accept the $50 risk for now. Yeah. And those things, they're not gonna make me close the trade, but those things tell me don't add another contract right now. You know, don't click sell one more. So I'm not getting positive feedback. Even if Nasdaq goes down here, I want to see the others. I want to see dollar index move higher. I want to see. I think I might close this break even actually. I'm gonna close that break even. I don't like the reaction I just saw on ES. So close that trade break even. Dollar index also making a lower low. So I mean, in terms of ideas, I could just be wrong about the longs, or sorry, the shorts. I don't think I would enter this long because I don't really have a target. But we can tape read a setup like this. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'll be honest. My best case scenario is all the way up here. That's extreme. I wouldn't take a trade on that. So I wouldn't take this trade. You could aim for this high right here. I don't know, was that 1R? Yeah, barely 1R. You would just enter right now and then see. Again, it's not something I would take, but you could aim for buy side on ES, like previous day high. You could aim for YM equal highs. I think that was a good break even. Well, obviously we would have lost. I think it'll take this high out at least. Uh, did reach 50% of that wick. See that sensitivity there? That's just pretty clean if you ask me. If I had a target, I would take this trade. I don't really have a target. If I'm being honest, I don't have a target. So it's a rule break if I take this trade. ES previous day's high? That's not good enough. I'll be honest, that's not good enough. So as of right now, we gotta stay flat. It's gonna short, maybe. Projections? No, that's not good enough. You have to I align those with my targets. I trade like ICT, yeah. A lap for the win. Yeah, everything's up today, I'll be honest. Daddy, I'm backtesting the silver bullet because I'm watching 2023 and I'm able to finish it. Do you think I should keep practicing silver bullet or should I backtest multiple models? Depends what you like for. I'm targeting all-time highs, Toxic. A lab's up 8% today. What do I target? I try to target a 10% gain on my account. Yeah, we're targeting. It's very extreme. Like this red line, you mean? That's the weekly high. It's possible, but we've already done so much movement higher. So I'm entering at high of day in the deepest premium and aiming for like a pretty absurd objective. I don't want to say absurd, but look how much we've moved already. So for us to see another 100-point move from the high, a little bit of a red flag for me. It's not a clear drawn liquidity. My checklist says clear drawn liquidity. That's not clear. That's best case scenario, you know? So for me personally, it would be a rule break. Now, previous day's high on ES, that's argumentative. That's maybe not a bad target. So if you were to take a long here on NASDAQ and target previous day's high on ES, sure, then it's not the cleanest because we don't know if NASDAQ's gonna move. You could take it on ES. ES does not look clean at all right now. So there's really nothing clear. So I'm happy with the break-even trade, and we just wait for more clarity, more information. Maybe it still wants to break lower. We have an SMT here. If I do take another trade, it's going to be one contract because I really don't want to be risking 34 points. All right. I'm going to try it again. This time with SMT. Still inside the macro. Still just one contract. So risking around 70 bucks. If we needed that one more manipulation, okay. Maybe. We needed one more sweep. It's possible. Or it's possible that it's just really sideways. And I'm entering in a consolidation right now. Which is why I'm only in with one contract. If I get confirmation from this trade that, you know what, it's not going to be choppy and not, like there's going to be, there's going to be actual movement, I can always add another contract. As of right now, I'm just positioning myself for a potential large expansion lower because I know it's, I don't want to say like likely, but going into the day, that's what I was looking for, right? So I'm not going to label that fair value gap. It's just sloppy. Dollar index is moving lower at this point in time as well, so we are going against that. I'm going to check the YM, and if I should have checked this before I entered, but it's just so laggy. I don't want to see YM finds resistance here, so keeping that 15-minute fair value gap that I talked about on YM. If it respects this on YM, that's a good sign. If this inverse is right here, I would close the trade and wait till 10:50 because if we're gonna have that much back and forth in premium, at that point in time, you're like, yeah, that's got to be like your confirmation that you know what, either I'm just reading it wrong or it's just not gonna move when I want it to, So put the stop at 773. So not risking much. 32 points. That's around 60 $5. That's very low. If you guys know, I mean, you guys know me to de-risk all the time, if I'm being honest, but that's pretty low. Like once I start trading this account next week, um, I'll be risking like $200 per trade, maybe even 250. Believe it or not, this is actually my aggressive account. I know it doesn't seem like that because every trade is de-risk, but I'm trading on Friday. Dollar index is fully shitting the bed, just absolutely down. Um, Not what you want to see, but there is a scenario where dollar enters deep discount and starts to pull back into the range now that it's taken out sell side, and we could maybe see a run on sell side in that case on NQ. Is it likely? No. In fact, a break even here might even be a good idea because if it's gonna come down here and then go all the way back up into that gap, what I'll do is maybe not break even, but 763 should, yeah, like if it's gonna go, there's no synergy between dollar, but I bet you YM is breaking lower. Maybe. Honestly, yeah, this is a good break even. We should put a gap in here. I'm gonna do it. Let me call my barber. I need to get a haircut, man. Can't see clearly without the haircut. So the idea, what I was saying was, I want to see a fair value gap get put in here. So demanding good stuff. This can be treated as an order block as well. So it's not like my stop loss is random. My stop loss is at the top of this OB. Traction model. Can you get your first payout to Dex wallet on funded? Yeah, I think so. I think I use Coinbase, so you could probably use any wallet you want. Evaluations, I risk like 1%. No, I don't use time cycles. Use power of three. Count or per trade? Sorry, I don't remember the question, but you're talking about when I said I'd risk 200? Yeah, per trade on each account. Well, I only have one take profit trader account, so yeah, but I think it's fine. Like I think you just give your wallet address. I don't think it's a big deal. Evals or XFA for evals 1%. Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking too. Maybe dollar index is manipulating lower. I genuinely think like my whole shit is just laggy at this point. Just one micro every trade. When we're de-risking in safety protocol, yeah, one micro every trade. I mean, it's no news. It's Friday. It's not even the first week of January yet. So, yeah, I'm gonna save my capital for better days. Better days, better days. It's a protraction, yeah. Might as well just not trade then. Then I miss opportunities like this. So, why do I still trade? It's because in my experience, I can still make more money than I lose on days like this. And when you're trading prop firms, not to like rub it in on those who are trying, but it's easier to be profitable with prop firms, you know? So, I don't mind trading not every single day. Like some days I can't predict like nothing. Like it's just so hard to read over and over again. It just does not make sense, right? But this, yeah, this is maybe harder price action, but it's readable. Like I can still understand. TP would be at sell side. I might just take the $200. 683. I'll probably just take the $200 at 638 plus a point. I'll take it. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I'm not really worried about making money. I'm more just here to Just honestly, just practice. Just stay warm. You know, you could hold till London lows longs after this. So here's the idea. Okay, if we're range bound, what's gonna happen is take sell side, maybe come here, and most likely move back up. If we're range bound, if we're not range bound, I think this can go all the way down to my easiest objective would be this white box on ES. But now that NQ is leading, I think you could maybe aim for that as well. So I honestly can't tell you, is this range bound or is it what's it called? I can't tell you if this is range bound or if this is gonna be expansive. Um I can't tell you. Like I honestly don't know. Right? So stop move to the breakaway gap here. And I want to see sell side plus 1 point. So should get the fill there. There it is. So took us 3 tries, but with good risk management, we end green. You know? So it took us 3 tries, but with good risk management, we end green. See if we get that blue line. And the only reason my TP is not here, guys, is because it could get real choppy. Like it's pot. If I thought today was expansion day, then I'm thinking like this is such a good target to aim for, and honestly this one too. But if it's gonna be range bound, it could leave equal lows. And there's SMT here now, so I'm okay with just the $200. Streak continues. I'm so skeptical, man. Should have kept your short. I did short. I just shorted, man. I re-entered. That's why. That's another thing that some people don't realize about me is a lot of the time, like I have no like see this trade I closed break even. Why did I do that? Because I have no problem re-entering the trade right after. You feel me? Like I have no problem re-entering a trade after I just closed it. I took this same idea 3 times. So that's how I trade. Like I like to be nimble like that. So we'll see if this goes. Org 50. Remember that was our target earlier. We'll see if it gets there. I'm sure some of you guys are holding. So it looks like it's going to get there because of how fast it went through this blue box, which is the weekly volume imbalance. So at this point, yeah, it's probably going to be tape reading from here on out. Shot all that. Let's just make it. Gotta put this in the Discord. If I open Discord, I know my shit's gonna lag, bro. So org 50%, that's what I'd be watching right now. I don't think it should trade higher than here. So if I was in this trade, I'd put my stop loss here. Because you'd want to see real heaviness right now. So if I was in this trade, my stop loss is here. And I'm aiming for org 50. That's either a partial or you can close the full trade. ES just took sell side. It looks like ES will reach this white box. So either you, in my opinion, it's either a full close here or you aim for ES white box. That's how I would manage. That's what I would do. There's org 50. Yeah. See, this is what I wanted right here. But I guess we have to go one more leg higher. And that's fine. Like it's a lot more clear now, right? Price went into the daily. ES took out buy side. Then the stage is set for it to run lower. So That's why you have to manage risk, because even though I'm expecting a move lower, you never know that the trade you're taking is the one that's going to deliver, you know? So we shorted here, slight stop out, risk managed. Shorted here, slight stop out, risk managed. Actually, this was a break even trade. We shorted here, and then we get the real move right at the end of the macro. So it could have went lower here, in my opinion, but it needed to go a little bit higher. Now, now it depends. If we're range bound, it's gonna pull back into the range, and my target would be the first premium array, which is exactly where my stop loss is. So if we're range bound, this red line, that's what I would aim for. If we're not range bound, this white box on ES. For those of you on TikTok, you can't see what I'm talking about, but if you're on YouTube, you can see it would be 6900. Just call it 6900 flat on ES. That was my objective going in for the day. I have no problem that I didn't hold this trade because I did not know if it was going to be range bound or not. You know, I didn't have that in you know. If I had that in my mind, like, yeah, I think today's expansive. You know, okay, maybe I would have held, but I was already down on the day, so I wanted to recoup that small 0.5 hour loss. And this trade was, it was a 3 hour trade right here, so it's a really good trade, really good setup. If you held all the way to org, did anyone hold to org 50? Well, I take the first trade. It was a great trade. Shorting inside first presentation, targeting org 50. It's a great trade. I take it every time. Did anyone hold to org 50? You held? We took the same trade. I have a question. You think the forex strategy works on future? Of course, yeah. Well, US 100, of course, because that's literally the same as Nasdaq, but it works on gold too. The same short with first presentation. Yeah, that was a good first presentation short. Holding for NDOG. Still holding for full gap closure. Some people took long at 940. Yeah, it wasn't a bad trade either. It just, again, I didn't have a really target besides this high, which is not enough. So just passed my account, waited for a small retest. You close it on London low and leave a runner for NDOG. Nice. Where's London low? So you took sell side here, and then you're leaving a runner for NDOG. NDOG on Nasdaq or NDOG on ES? Yo, if NQ goes to NDOG, holy shit, that's 280 points. Did you guys enter at 10:04 as well? I gotta do some math here, cause it's 125 dollars. Three attempts. Took us 3 attempts, but we trusted the narrative. We trusted the move. Never once did I look for a long. Well, I did have that one tape read for a bit, but again, that was not something I would take. Good performance. I'm happy with myself today. You can see the levels really used nicely. Talked about that order block, the breakaway gap here. I said it should speed now or stop me. It sped. Yeah, we'll see how far this can go. 25.5. 25.5 is a good objective. 25.5 is a good objective. I like 25.5 number. No, I'm out. I closed the trade. Good call. You recommend standard, zero, or alpha? Use standard if you have a couple of payouts under your belt. If you're new and you're trying to build your capital, go zero. Zero is like easy to make. It's really easy to be profitable in terms of money in versus money out on zero account. Hesitating on the short. Pyramiding is the best thing I've learned from you. Oh, it's a game changer, brother. It's a game changer. The first 2 years of my trading, okay. The first year of my trading, I focused on reducing losses. Now it's about maximizing wins. And we didn't really do that here, but we managed risk well. Yep, we got the short. Wide trade in Friday. Wrong with Friday. Hesitated, wasn't confident in the narrative, more 50-50 than leaning towards either side, but not going to good trade either with the mark. Yeah, DXY wasn't, but I would bet you YM broke down from the 15-minute fair value gap, just like I said, right? Exactly. So look at YM. I already knew this was going to happen when this was happening. Does anyone remember? Because let me show you guys the screen. When this move was happening on YM, I said YM looks bullish, but the 15 is forming, and I would expect it to reject if we're bearish. So I'm not saying I like fully knew that it was going to reject, but I knew the 15 was forming, and I knew that it could play from there. And that's exactly what happened. The YM short was beautiful too. It's probably going to take that low. So was it the cleanest, best intermarket analysis? No, but all three indices aligned. So it was good enough for me. I don't trade Forex, but I do trade futures. Guy, we took two identical losses. This one was a break even. Just want to say that. I closed break even. But that one wasn't a loss. But the first one was a small loss, yeah. You held 80 points lower. Nice, bro. Yeah, I can message you, Bailey, after. How do you know how many contracts to put? Well, depends on the size of your stop loss. If your stop loss is, let's say, 50 points, that's $100. Because each 1 point is $2 risk. So you have to calculate. Holding to Asia low. Good luck. You're holding for a daily flip? Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna get a daily flip. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, you can hold to previous day low, being honest. Oh wow, we went right. I didn't even realize that we got that far. I mean, I'm not mad. Just white box. Let me get rid of that sloppy in there. That's clean stuff, man. There's 25.5. That's what I would have aimed for. Wow. Is anyone still in? Opening gap is an FG, yeah. I mean, it's technically a liquidity void, but you treat it like a gap. Don't treat it like a fair value gap. It's a liquidity void. Protraction short. I mean, there was one here at 1017. That's a shitty one. I would not take 1017 short. I don't think you can't really take a protraction at this point. Plus mech model. I'm not sure what that is, but whatever. As long as you're following your rules, that's all that matters, man. But yeah, end dog. This is going previous days low. Yeah, just going. I need some measure of intermarket analysis supporting the trade. So like I know dollar index was moving lower here, but I understood that dollar is still overall bullish. That's one. So it's not like is dollar index flipping. Oh, look at dollar index with daily candle. It's still one overall bullish. And if dollar index is moving into a discount, it could potentially pull higher. So I wasn't too worried about dollar. Like I didn't think dollar was gonna come all the way down here. I thought it was more just gonna be not an easy analysis. But ES was a green flag. YM was a green flag. So those things were good. I would not look for a long until previous day low at least. But even then, I don't think I would long. I mean, what you can't long just because it went down, you know? Like what makes you think it's gonna go up? Is there you have a narrative in play? Because to me right now the narrative is kill everyone who longed overnight and take all of them out, you know? Yeah, we're up on the day. Another green day. Out of pure curiosity, let me sync my account. How many I use SMTs? Guys, I think I'm literally at the point where I'm just gonna keep de-risking on this account until the buffer is built. Because at this point in time, like, if I increase my risk now and just lose, like, I'm just like, it doesn't make sense, you know? So I feel like we just, at this point in time, I gotta stay de-risked, build the buffer, mental reset, and then just go from there. Because this literally, like, there's no way I can just increase my risk now after a winning streak. That makes no sense. I did not expect to win this many trades or win this many days, being honest. Just writing what I think right now, small feedback would be amazing though. It doesn't have to be very but overall information shouldn't create. It shouldn't carry, but I mean it depends. Like it depends what your conviction level is. Like, are you asking me what I need? I need to see some measure of intermarket analysis supporting the trade. You know? I want to see that indices as a whole are likely to move lower together. At least one, like at least one of them. Like if both ES and YM are looking bullish, and I'm like, let me short NQ, that's a super red flag. You know, if dollar index is so bearish on the day, and I want to short NQ, but ES and YM are like, okay, that's red flag. You know. Better day, better day. Oh, for a second I thought, yo, do you guys want to know how long our daily win streak is right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That might be my longest ever win streak for days. If you're including my alpha accounts and the payout, that shit is 14 days long. Unfunded. Because I did technically lose eval yesterday, but that was eval, so that don't really count. Yeah, 14 green days in a row. If you're including only funded trades. That's including alpha and and take profit trader. On just take profit trader, it's not going to be as much because we weren't even trading it that long. Let me see. On take profit trader, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on take profit trader. So if you include alpha, it's 14 days. If you include take profit trader, it's just 7 days. All right. The average R is 1.6. That's pretty good. There's no cash price. Are you getting daily payout? No, I'm trying to build a buffer. Surprisingly, like, yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that all those wins were de-risked, but knowing this, how are you going to trade January PA? Same. Trade the exact same way, brother. Where would I trade or sell? Here. I mean, listen, I'd be honest. I would close the trade right now. Like, where are you going to... I'd put my stop loss, like, right here. Literally. Because, listen, the runner only has maybe 50 points. Maybe 50 points. So, I'm not going to put my stop 100 points away when my TP is 50 points. That's no longer worth it. At that point in time, you want to trail your TP. This is the trade that you're basically in right now if your stop loss is here. Okay? That's not even worth it. At that point, just close the trade. You know? If your trade is like this, okay, it's 2R with a stop at the most recent swing high. You're hoping for a lower low, and then you can move your stop again. Makes sense, right? You're only losing $60 a micro to make potentially 200. But if your stop loss is here, you're risking $200 a micro, however many runners you have. So if it was me, I'd either put my stop here or just close the trade, you know? Just close it. Look at YM, already pivoting higher as well. Like, I would just close it. Should we buy? I wouldn't buy, guys. I don't want to give you advice, but me personally, I wouldn't. Here, like here, I'd close. That's just me. I'm not telling anyone what to do. It could very well do this. Sure. But if you're asking me what I would do, I would have, as soon as this candle formed, like my stops here or here, and I'm out within somewhere in this box. You got to be out of the trade, in my opinion. Don't get back so many profits. I'm telling you, get into buy. You buy, but you don't. Why you need me? I'm okay. I'm not here. I'm not here to make money. Believe it or not, I'm here to preserve my money. Could it move higher? Yeah, sure. How much higher? I have no idea. There's no objective higher for me. So again, that's a rule break for me if I take that trade. The price should come down more down. I think there's going to be a lower low at some point. But again, just because we're anticipating a lower low, you still have to find the right time. Could you give a small response to my previous message? Good trades taken, but was kind of devastated. Was not taking this trade, but at least I didn't lose. Yeah, well, no need to be devastated, right? We're here to improve. We're not here to make money, not here to pass, so don't worry about it too much. I put too much focus on everything being perfect. You want to know? I have a good advice for you. You don't need things to be perfect. You just need things to be worth the amount you want to risk. Right? That's all you need. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not putting your house on the line. It just needs to be worth the risk that you're willing to put. You don't have to risk full. If you say, I'm going to risk $200 per trade, you don't have to risk $200 per trade. You can go less, you know? So I wasn't fully convinced. I went with 1R again. To be honest, at this point in time, I'm pretty much just de-risked every trade this entire month. So, like, I'm glad I stayed disciplined in that. But, like, can I just say that I actually loved December price action? And it's quite upsetting that I didn't pyramid, unfortunately. There's no pyramid opportunity here. I'll be honest. The only pyramid, no, like you could have sold this inversion and moved your stop here, which is what I said at 10:09. By the way, I said if you really think this can go 10:09, that's your pyramid. I didn't take it, but I knew where it should be, you know. So that's what matters to me, because I'm not gonna say be like, oh no, I didn't pyramid. Why am I beating myself down? You know, you caught the move. I understood where I should pyramid, but in the moment, I said, I don't think it's worth it. And that's it, you know? As long as I made the decision based on logic, that's what matters. Give blessings to everyone at Gatie, especially. Take care. Yep, do your journal, brother. I caught some move, but it kind of bothered me. I didn't catch all of it. Why? You have to just trust what you were going for, you know? Like, okay, maybe we could have just moved our stop loss. Like, you know, it's going down. But here, I would have stopped out. Even if I put I wouldn't put my stop there. That's giving up too much. That's giving up $60. So I wouldn't have done that. December was my best month last year. Yeah, December was good. Oh, I guess this is technically January, so. A win is a win. Yeah, a win is a win, but that's not even. Don't even think about it like that. Like, if in the moment you close the trade because you were like, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna go like here. Do you guys remember what I said at this point in time? I said it could be range bound, in my opinion. It could take the low and then pull back and then go sideways the entire day. I thought that was possible today, right? I also said if I'm wrong, then it's gonna go probably straight down to end dog. But it was 50-50. So because I was already slightly down on the day, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the $200 and that's it. Am I gonna beat myself up over it? No, there was logic behind my reasoning of closing here. What happens after doesn't matter. Yeah, and well, what happens after doesn't matter because I don't know what's gonna happen after. I don't know what's gonna happen. The outcome's out of my control. But what's in my control is the decisions that are based on logic. So as long as there was logic behind it, don't worry about what happens after. You don't know anything could have happened after. It could have done this, and then you would have said, "Oh, I should have taken my profits." So you can't change your reflection based on what happens. That doesn't make sense. You gotta when you're journaling, you have to make sure you're journaling based on the decisions you made, not the outcome. You can't just say, "Oh, it went lower. I should have held the trade," and then you can't just say like, because then if you broke even and it went down, you would have been like, "Oh, I should have took profits, or I shouldn't have went break even," and you're just basing it off of outcome every time. So that's my opinion. Gaddie, I've been thinking I'm too selective. I see good trades, but if one thing feels off, I don't take it. How can I work with that? You just have to work on. It's very obvious to me. You don't have a clear model. That's all it is. You don't have a clear checklist of things that you need to see to click the button. You know, you shouldn't even have to think. Oh yeah, your family. Yeah, that's my brother. This protraction short could play, but it also could be real choppy. I would tape read it, not take it. It's 2R though. If you enter right now, it's 2.5R. So yeah, that's my brother. Um, you get what I'm saying? Kingdom Wanderer. Can you say what you mean by pyramid? Pyramiding is like, so let's say you short here, like this. You know what, bro? Just watch my most recent TikTok video recap. You'll watch me pyramid into the trade very nicely. It's when you add positions into a trade. I live in Canada, yeah. Looks like that tape read would have failed. You toxic. Hey, I'm just learning how to trade. Can you please explain why you didn't enter from the inverse IFEG? Which one? Up here? Because that is where I entered off of. If you mean right here, it's because this trade idea does not meet my checklist. For my checklist, I need a clear drawn liquidity, which I do not have for longs. I need a one-sided narrative, which in my opinion, this could move lower still or be sideways. So it's not like clear, gonna go higher. I need a strong setup with confluences, and one inversion fair value gap is not enough for me to take a trade. I need to see a breaker here or something. There's a bullish fair value gap, so maybe like at 10:39 it's better. Key time, it's 10:30, so that is a pretty key time. Supporting intermarket analysis, that is actually here. Dollar index is still moving lower, surprisingly, and the other indices are pulling higher. So, and it is risk optimal, but I don't have a target. So, simply put, why didn't I take the inversion long? It doesn't meet my checklist criteria. Um, that's it, right? So, let me just put here, and then love you, toxic, bro. Getting on your profitable. Just got another one. You got another nice one, bro. Proud of you, man. You deserve it. You put in a lot of work, bro. 950 macro is so good. Just started betting at 10 for first time, long time. 950 macro is great. Say that ass is your brother? He's my brother, bro. I'm not lying. I never lie. See, this donut goes to 2026 taxes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, yep, exactly. Corporation made $10. What was I gonna do? Clear on liquidity. So I'll show you guys the checklist for this trade. Um, Pretty obvious one-sided narrative, like one-sided narrative. 950 macro, refraction, model, setup. I'll just say so protraction model, pretty clean protraction model. 950 macro delivery, YM, ES alignment, and 3R setup. As for clear narrative, like running overnight stops, strong narrative. Like that's what it was. That's what I was looking for. Overnight stops, narrative. So that's the checklist for this trade using my checklist. Obviously could have held a little bit longer. Looks like we're maybe getting range day characteristics now. Did we at least get N-Dog? Yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, that's fine. By the way, someone said it was N-Wog, not N-Dog. No, it is N-Dog. Holy shit, this is so laggy. See what I mean, guys? I'm gonna have to figure this out. I cannot continue like this. It's way too laggy. I know the candlesticks are not forming. Like, I'm missing out on information. Remember when I said bye? Follow me, I'll teach you? No, thank you. I do remember you saying it, though. But it doesn't really mean much to me. This is your current N-Dog. You know what? Why not? Let's make some annotations here. I haven't done this in a while. Daily SIBI sensitivity. Org 50, always a good draw. Org 50 target, right? Yellow. Not much more to say than that. Pretty clean. I'll say weekly VI used. There. That's IO fed, so I'll label that. Box. That's your IO fed entry. I'm assuming we also got org low. Oh, that's so clean, bro. I love that so much. That's actually so clean. Like, just org fill. So freaking so clean. Org fill setups are so clean. Like, just completely fill in that liquidity void. You love to see it. Plus 1 tick. Plus 1 tick. Yeah, I mean, those would be my annotations. My bullish, it could return into the range, but no, I'm neutral. Like, I'd be neutral. I got the org 50 at 25%. How's that possible? Did I mark it incorrectly? Possible. I marked it out incorrectly. Nope, you marked it out incorrectly. Closing price Wednesday, opening price Friday. You get your quadrants. 25% here, 100 or 0% there. All the quadrants were used, really. Being honest, you can just watch how price delivers in those quadrants. I mean, it's actually beautiful, right? Org fill plus endog here. This candle. You have org 50 hit. Weekly BI. Yeah. You can just see the org quadrants. I mean, I'm not gonna label them all, but here, 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 org fill higher. Then you have org setups in here. I'm gonna remove the 25 and 50. There, my journal annotations. And then I would take the screenshot with the executions. Make sure you do it like this so you can see the numbers. And I would put this in my journal. I would full screen it though. Am I tripping or we didn't tap into NDOG? We did. Go to the 1 minute chart and mark it out. You'll see it. You're looking at RTH gap. Yes, RTH gap. I'm going to show you right now. Look, I'm going to switch to RTH. Closing price here. Closing price. Opening price here. Did we tap into the 15-minute gap? My shit ain't loading. Probably. No, we actually didn't. I take it back. I think we just fell short of it ever so slightly. ES. Oh yeah, we did. ES did. So I don't know if you use that, but for me that counts. So yo, 1050 macro protraction. Yo, no way it's gonna be that clean. 1050 macro protraction from the 50-minute Sibi. Yo, they just gave us free money today, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Today was just free money. Like this is that's a lot of A plus setups in one day. You've been marking it wrong the whole time. Well, now you know. That's okay. Bias neutral still. Are you gonna trade live account this Monday? I'm gonna start having my live account open. Whether I execute or not is a different story. But I'm gonna start using like it's. I haven't even opened it in the last couple weeks. Um, so you get me? Does that make sense? I don't want everyone to just assume that every single day I'm trading my live account. No, um, I'm now open to executions on the live again. You know, starting Monday. Same with Alpha Futures. Same with Top Step. Can't believe they gave us a 1050 macro protraction. To be honest, I wasn't really locked in. I was journaling, but I don't know. That's fine. Again, I didn't really come here to make money. I came here more to. So Let me make one more annotation right here. This is the current weekly low. See if we get there. Oh. And there's not many annotations to make here besides the IO Fed. Um, that in bottom left, so I see it here. I mean, I can just see it used. I don't need to label it. It's fine, just like that. Leave it like this. Well, I appreciate you guys coming through. Did NVIDIA also switch? Because I was enjoying those NVIDIA games, man. Man, it's at 190. It was at way higher, though. It's at 194. GT took that short. That was a good short. If we could just hit the weekly low so I can leave, that'd be great. But you know what? I just can come back. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. Um, I will see you guys live on Monday. Final notes. Yeah, I don't think there's any discounts. I think Apex has 90% off. You can use that. I think Lucid Trading 50% off first time. I think Alpha's back to the default. If you want to join the Alpha Futures giveaway, giving away 5 accounts and cash prize to 2 people. No, we're up on the day. Oh, is Alpha? There's still Alpha 25% off. Oh, okay. There's still Alpha Futures 25% off. I didn't realize that was. Anyway, so if you want to use that, you want to join the giveaway, join the Discord, free Discord. We do giveaways and stuff. I'll always post my journals in there before you go. What's up? No course. I just be streaming, bro. Ew. Nah, I have a. If you want to learn my model, all on YouTube for free. Um, Actually, models. I go on YouTube. Um, Woody, I am gonna do. I don't want to say it on live stream, so just join the Discord and you'll find out, and you'll see if it's something you want to do. I don't want to promote that shit on live stream. I don't want to go about that. So uh, join the Discord. See what I'm talking about. It's free. What's the YouTube? GatieTrades. GatieTrades on everything. That's if you want to learn my models. I could sit here and explain them to you, but I would just watch those videos. I mean, it's gonna be better than like I have examples and everything. So that's if you want my models. Anyways, I'll go make another breakfast. I would want to sit here and study if we can deliver that weekly low. If so, I would want to see us so I can finish my journal. Gaddy's my last name. Can we just get there right now? Like just one more candle? Please give it to me. Yeah. I love it. Everything done before 11 a.m. It's beauty. Beauty, beauty. All right. This is just a journal entry, right? So previous day's high. Make that blue. Or I like to make that dotted. So I know it's a gap. Target. I just like to be consistent here with my journal, so sorry. Gotta be perfect. The daily Civi level, you can see that. Um, SMT, daily Civi, plus previous day high sweep. That's a key annotation to note that that's where the setup is forming from. And then you have right 950 macro, 950 macro traction model, right? So those are the key things I want to annotate. Um, Not much more than that. You know, you can run a full fib over here. You'll see the fib extensions. You could run a fib here. One reached. I like that. Yeah, that's probably all the annotations that I think are relevant that I see in my observations. I'll make one more annotation here. Notice the speed below this low. Speed below this low equals likely fill. Basically indicating that we're gonna go a lot lower. So we shouldn't be sweeping this and moving back into the range. Um, Holy shit, bro! This shit is going somewhere. So those are the annotations I think are relevant. Now we just take the screenshot, put that in the journal, January 1st. Um, oh no, sorry, there is one more thing that I need to do. One more thing I need to do. Second. This is a 1050 macro protraction. I have to label that. That's like my bread and butter model. It's my favorite model. Two. Definitely have to label that. 1050 macro protraction model. That's a must label. And then I guess the last thing here is -2 standard deviations. I don't really care about that. I'm not even gonna label that. Um, Gotta get a clean journal. 2026 started off strong. Get 2-day open in there. This blue box is old NWOG, you know. Let me just label it as old NWOG. Actually, it might be current NWOG. It's a weekly VI. I think that's old NWOG. So let me. Can't see your whole screen. Yeah, I know. You guys can't see it on TikTok. You got to come to YouTube. I want to take a full screenshot here. So I got to put it in the center and stuff. Um, so if you want to see the whole picture, I mean, you can just join the Discord. I'll be posting it. It's not like I'm gatekeeping it or anything. Um, anyways, that's it for me. I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. Those are my final annotations. You won't be able to see. Here, let me do it like this. See stuff. Those are my annotations. If you're really curious, just with the stuff that I use, right? What's logical to me in my models? That's what I want to journal. I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live on Monday. Stay safe. I'm hopefully gonna get a haircut today, so we come fresh, all ready for Monday when she continues. Appreciate you guys coming through. We're the weekly low. It's just previous day low. Uh, Tuesday's low, right? That's all. So appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Or sorry, Monday.